A single dad went to a wedding alone. His neighbor shouted, "Look at me." The wedding hall glittered with golden lights, laughter echoed through the air, and couples walked hand in hand beneath sparkling decorations. But among the crowd stood one man completely alone, carrying a pain nobody could see. What happened next would leave an entire room speechless and prove that sometimes the people who heal our hearts are the ones we never expected. Before we begin, if you believe in second chances, true love, and heartwarming stories that restore faith in humanity, please like this video, comment where you're watching from, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Love Tales for more emotional stories. Ethan Parker had been a single father for nearly 6 years. Ever since his wife passed away after a sudden illness, his world had revolved around one person, his daughter, Lily. Every morning began with packing school lunches, brushing tangled hair, and rushing to work. Every night ended with homework, bedtime stories, and quiet tears he never allowed anyone to see. People often praised Ethan for being strong, but strength was not what he felt. Most days, he simply felt tired. He missed having someone to share the burden with. He missed hearing another adult voice in the house. Most of all, he missed being seen as more than just a father struggling to survive. Living next door was a woman named Claire. She had moved into the neighborhood 3 years earlier. She was kind, cheerful, and always seemed to know when someone needed help. Whenever Ethan worked late, she offered to watch Lily. When winter storms arrived, she quietly shoveled snow from his driveway before he woke up. When Lily had school performances, Claire was often there in the audience cheering louder than anyone. Yet Ethan never thought much about it. He appreciated her kindness, but his heart had been locked away for so long that he barely noticed what was right in front of him. One summer afternoon, Ethan received an invitation to his cousin's wedding. The elegant card sat unopened on the kitchen counter for days. The thought of attending a wedding filled him with anxiety. Weddings reminded him of promises, dreams, and a life he had lost. Still, family obligations could not be avoided. On the day of the ceremony, Ethan dressed in his best suit while Lily stayed with her grandparents. Looking into the mirror, he barely recognized himself. The man staring back looked older than his age, worn down by years of responsibility and loneliness. When he arrived at the wedding venue, everything felt overwhelming. Couples laughed together. Friends posed for photographs. Families gathered around tables sharing stories and memories. Ethan sat alone near the back of the reception hall. As the bride and groom danced beneath sparkling chandeliers, he felt an ache deep inside his chest. He remembered his own wedding day. He remembered the promises he and his wife had made. He remembered believing their future would last forever. For the first time in years, loneliness hit him harder than ever. The music grew louder, but Ethan felt detached from the celebration around him. He considered leaving early. No one would notice. Then something unexpected happened. Across the crowded room, a voice suddenly called out. "Look at me." The words cut through the noise. Ethan turned instinctively. Standing near the entrance was Claire. For a moment, he thought he was imagining things. She was dressed elegantly, holding a small bouquet of white flowers. Her eyes were fixed entirely on him. Confused, Ethan slowly stood from his chair. Guests nearby began whispering. Heads turned. The room seemed to pause. Claire walked toward him with calm determination. Each step carried years of unspoken feelings. Months earlier, Ethan's cousin had secretly contacted Claire after noticing the friendship between them. Knowing how isolated Ethan had become, they worked together on a plan. Claire had been invited to the wedding for one simple reason, to finally tell Ethan what she had never found the courage to say. As she approached, tears glistened in her eyes. Everyone watched in silence. For years, Claire had witnessed Ethan's sacrifices. She had seen him wake before sunrise to care for Lily. She had seen him struggle through grief while still putting his daughter first. She had watched him give everything to others while forgetting himself. And somewhere along the way, she had fallen in love with him. Not because he was perfect. Not because he was strong. But because he kept moving forward despite carrying so much pain. When she finally reached him, Ethan could barely breathe. In that moment, he realized something he had been blind to for years. Claire had always been there. Through every difficult season. Through every lonely holiday. Through every heartbreak. She had quietly stood beside him when he needed someone most. The tears Ethan had hidden for years finally escaped. For the first time since losing his wife, he felt something he thought was gone forever. Hope. The crowd erupted into applause as the wedding band began playing a soft romantic melody. Guests smiled through tears. Even strangers could feel the power of the moment unfolding before them. That night did not erase Ethan's grief. It did not erase the years of struggle. But it reminded him that healing does not mean forgetting the past. It means allowing yourself to believe in the future again. Months later, Claire and Ethan continued building a beautiful life together. More importantly, Lily gained someone who loved her as deeply as her father did. Their story became proof that sometimes love arrives quietly. It waits patiently. It stands nearby through the hardest chapters of our lives until we're finally ready to see it. If this story touched your heart, please like the video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to Love Tales for more emotional stories that inspire hope. Sparkling Heart special request, comment below with the words, "Love finds a way," if you believe that true love can appear when we least expect it. As Ethan looked at Claire and Lily laughing together one evening beneath a sunset sky, he understood a powerful truth. Life can break us. Loss can change us. Pain can make us feel alone. But even after the darkest storms, love still finds a way to return. Sometimes, all it takes is one voice calling out from across the crowd, asking us to look up and see the happiness that has been waiting for us all along. And that simple moment changed everything forever.